of Enlightenism, Brother Malcolm.
Oh, thank you so much, Sister Carolyn, for those wonderful insights and sharing with all of us on this wonderful broadcast. I say wonderful. It's the Powers of the Mind Hour with Enlightenism.
Absolutely.
You did a great job, as usual. And
Thank you.
And I trust people can hear you okay on the segment where I am, because I hear you clearly.
Yes, and I hear you clearly.
Yeah. So, folks, one of the things about Enlightenism, Sister Carol, thank you, Sister Carolyn, for sharing those insights with us. I appreciate it every day.
Thank
you. Okay, folks, I'm Brother Malcolm coming with you live here now to share some insights with you today on Enlightenism, my favorite subject. The greater power of God is within you. This power is absolute, and you possess this power if you're willing to believe it. I thought about before I came on the broadcast today, or I should say to share with you some insights. I thought about this very seriously. Why do we suffer? Why do we really suffer and have so much pain in our lives in this world? Why? And I came to the conclusion it's our beliefs. The beliefs that we have about who we are. Who are you aware of being of those beliefs? Many of us get too comfortable with these beliefs. Oh, you begin, many people get so comfortable they say, well, why? I don't want to change. I want to stay where I am. I want my beliefs to remain the way that they are. And when your beliefs, you become too complacent with toxicity and suffering and victimization and powerlessness, you think it's a way of life. And your beliefs prevent you from changing. You don't want to change. If someone has told you, which someone told all of us, they taught us about the past, and they wanted to glorify the greatness of the past. And then we began to depend upon that information that others taught us to live our own lives. So we think that there was something magical happening thousands of years ago that's not happening today. And we forget we're in a temporal world where things come and go. You just disappear. All of the people you can think about, they just disappear from the world so that they could be replaced by us. And then we're going to disappear. So it is important to live your life during your time era, thinking and living with new beliefs about who you are aware of being. Because when you become too complacent in living in an illusion with suffering and struggling and lack, limitation, all of these things are responsible for powerlessness. And when you decide that you really want to wake up and understand why do you suffer, we suffer because our beliefs create suffering. That's what happened. It's what we believe about ourselves that create the suffering. And when you suffer, you struggle. Then you create a community of suffering. People that come together in suffering. Not in freedom, not with power. And it's very similar to those of you who are familiar with different spiritual beliefs and know anything about Eastern thought, or for that matter, Western thought. You talk about like-minded people coming together around a set of beliefs. And the one thing in common that they all possess, if you're a Buddhist or a Baptist or Methodist or whatever, one thing is certain. All of the people that come together with the same mindset, similar mindset. So you feel comfortable in your community, in the community of spirituality or religion or politics. There's another community that has not been created. The community of power and clarity and freedom. That community is out among the people who are searching for a new way to think and live, but their beliefs will not allow them to search within. It will not allow you to search within yourself for some new beliefs that come from the consciousness of truth. So when I say that God exists in us as consciousness, it's not a play on words. It is where power must come from. The source of our power must come from somewhere other than the sources we have been depending on all of these years for our existence. And where is the source? It must be within the person that's suffering, the one that's struggling. And it doesn't matter how many like-minded victims you bring together of powerless people, the mindset is the same. There is a conclusion that has been reached that this is the way I'm supposed to live because this is the way other people lived years ago. I'm supposed to think and suffer because that's the way life is. And when you change your beliefs about who you are, then you begin to do the work to unlearn what others have taught you, and you create a new awareness of being. And then you discover the consciousness of truth in you, which is power and clarity. And then you understand yourself. And when you understand yourself, you understand others. I had a conversation years ago with a friend of mine. And we were discussing spirituality and Enlightenism. And I was talking to him about Enlightenism, and he wanted me to explain to him what could Enlightenism do for him other than what he was already doing for himself. He was a church person, church-going person, and he felt that this was all that he knew. But he felt like it was something different, something missing in his life. So we were just having a conversation. So I explained to him about Enlightenism is the inward journey where you remove or unlearn all the things that others taught you. So you stop depending on others and depend upon yourself. And then you're able to change how you think and live. You create a portal that opens into the mind that leads you to the power and clarity of the consciousness of truth about you, and you can create a new person. But you have to let go of the old person, the person that is struggling with powerlessness and racism and all of these other things. And he said he understood it. He said, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I don't want to do it. I said, why not? He said, because I don't want to disrupt my life that much. I don't want to disrupt where I am to the point that I have to let go of too much. Then I have nothing left. And I said, that's correct. That's what's going to happen, brother. You're going to let it go. So to become a new person, to change how you think and live, to become free, you have to change your beliefs. You cannot become free with some man issuing some type of proclamation to emancipate people, to free them from their conditions, didn't do anything except change the way people are instituting policies in the society. But you're not free. The slave mentality plus the slave owner mentality continued after the proclamations and the modifications that came later with the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the United States Constitution. But the people, I'm talking about people, not laws. I'm talking about a law in the sense of the law of consciousness that's in you, the law of God. And God is not the one from the past. I'm talking about the one living in the present, that's living in you. That's the one I'm talking about. And I don't need to go back back in time, which is no longer exists, to try to find this power. The power is in me and you. But if you believe that you must depend on the past to discover the power, then you're not searching in the present moment. You're searching in the past. Past is gone, folks. It disappears. It just goes away. And everything in it goes away. And we're not, I believe, and know from our own life, we're not supposed to depend on the past. We have a time era that we live in. And in this time era, we need to express the greatness within ourselves. We need to do everything we can to create happiness, clarity, and power to understand that we are greater than our beliefs and that our beliefs come from somewhere. And in the case of the society where I'm living, they come from the society and the surrogates in the society, parents, teachers, and all of the other people. It's a very simplified process. And when freedom comes into your life, then you have power and clarity. But then you have to let go of the beliefs that's causing you to suffer, for you to believe that you must struggle for freedom outside of you when you already have it inside of you. It's not outside. It's not found in other things and people. See, all of the things, all of the buildings, all of the things, all of the computers, everything that humans have created, including the humans that created them, will disappear. It's not cruel, folks. It means live your life now. Live it now. Do your greatness now. If you want to talk to someone about the problems that you think they're having, then first of all, overcome your own problems. Overcome your own problems. You cannot talk about living in a housing projects if you never lived there. You cannot talk about having holes in your shoes if you've never had them. You can try to play like you imagine it, but you can't talk about it. You cannot talk about the pain and suffering that people are feeling today. They must talk about it themselves, and they must have an outlet within themselves to express their feelings, not have representatives sugarcoating, trying to make it politically accepted in society. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that desire to get out of the suffering, the pain, the struggle, the day-to-day living of having beliefs that's suffocating them, making them feel like there's no hope except depending on someone else. That's what I'm talking about. And suggesting that they go within their minds on the inward journey and discover the God that's within them, existing as consciousness. All of the things that you have craved all of your life and desired all of your life, folks, is contained in this power that I'm talking about. It is real freedom, and the freedom is within you. Step into your power with Enlightenism. Step into your power with Enlightenism. I am greater than the I that I created. You have power in you. Discover it for yourself. Trust yourself. Have a great day, folks. I'm Brother Malcolm. Check back with me at a later date. I'll be here with you to share Enlightenism insights. Have a great day.